The impressive disease, which is also known as hyperkalemic periodic paralysis, or HYPP for short. And unless you are involved in the American Quarter Horse Association or really involved in horses of the American breed, this may sound new to you. HYPP makes many horsemen turn white at the thought of it. It has been around in showing since 1992 and all started from a mutation in one horse's DNA. This was a very famous stallion named Impressive, and he had over 2,250 offspring, and he passed this gene on to them. Impressive's mutation was a point mutation, which is a type of mutation that changes in a single nucleotide. This often occurs in the same codon, but here this is not the case, so it is called a missense mutation. The mutation changes phenylalanine to leucine. The change in the codon results in a different protein than the genes coded for. So instead of a properly functioning sodium ion channel on skeletal muscle cells, this results in an abnormal channel. When the defective sodium channel is present, the channel becomes leaky and makes muscles overly excitable and contract involuntarily. Sodium channels are pores in the muscle cell membrane, which control contraction of muscle fibers. But it isn't constant muscle contraction, but rather set off by triggers like diet and stress. As many as 1 in 50 quarter horses have HYPP, and it is important to know if your horse or paint horse has it, as they require a special diet and certain medications to help lessen the attacks. And they're also much more susceptible to complications during anesthesia. It is also important to know if you decide to breed your horse, as it is a trait that appears in homozygous dominant individuals only, meaning the trait will be passed on. But heterozygous individuals can be carriers. In this diagram, the black horse does not have it, the red horse does, and the two pink are carriers. And because it is dominant, it cannot be bred out over time. HYPP is a prime example of a negative outcome of artificial selection, but it is also an important case in the study of genetic mutations and other genetic diseases caused by this, and not just in animals. All over the world, scientists are studying cases like this. In the United States, Ruff et al. Is researching the hereditary nature of gastric cancer. In Italy, Rumor et al. Is researching the hereditary markers of Alzheimer's and how to predict past certain markers how one can inherit the disease. The next great leap in medical and veterinary technology is understanding the true depths of the genetic code.